Good morning, good morning, good morning. Buenos dias, mi gente. Yo. Welcome to Daily Discipline number 415. My name's Rob Hoback. Happy that you're here. Honored and humbled that you keep coming back like for reals. Hey, before we get on with our routine here, 415, that's an area code for Toronto. And I've got to call a guy from Toronto back that sent me a text on Thanksgiving. How about that, right? Gotta love when that works. And if you haven't been to Toronto, I suggest you go. It's a pretty cool place. Not as cool as Vancouver or Montreal, still pretty cool. And the Canadians, they seem to, that's a different vibe up there. None of the racism, any of that. It's just different, right? Might want to check it out. All right. It's a Thirsty Thursday. It's a work day. It's the 5th day of December. I'm late, and it's time to go. So we'll talk about that for a second, right? So last night, we were busy last night. Addie had dance. Sam had basketball practice in another town. We were trying to pass out cookies, make some more cookies, just a lot going on. And as a result of that, I left my phone out here. And at one point last night, Jack decided he wanted to play with my watch because I helped him become a superhero. And so that was back in the back room. So I got the best night's sleep I'd had in a while, almost 8 hours. The problem is I woke up at 7:15 this morning, and Sam needs to be up by 7 to get hit. So it was just been busy ever since. I'm happy to report not a single meltdown, including Jack, right? The closest thing we had that got to a meltdown was when we brushed his teeth and he cried and was a little mad at me. Oh, well, right? No crying when I dropped him off at school, just a good morning. So, see, it gets better. All right. So, first things first, I'm still the realist. I am also a biter. Yeah, that's street for copycat. I learned that one like 20 years ago. From Rosie Nosy. Anyway, and we'll talk more about one of the ways that I'm a biter later. My thank yous go out to Thursday Night Football. We got a good football game tonight. We have the Battle of Mediocrity. We got two teams. The Cowboys are going to Chicago to play the Bears. And if you think about it, both teams came into the season saying, man, we're Super Bowl. We're Super Bowl after what we did last year. They're both 6-6. I love it. So I'll take the Bears. Bear down, Chicago Bears, and their top 15 quarterback. My thought of the day is this. Imitation is the most sincere form of flattery, right? We've all heard that. Imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. We can talk nonsense. We go, I don't like them. I don't like this. But as humans, we copy the things that we like and the things that work, right? And so my personal system for success, which I want to be more successful. Therefore, I'm constantly tinkering with what my system is. But my system is completely made up of things that I borrowed from other people. I am totally a biter and not afraid to admit it. And so in that vein, I'd like to present to you the index card, right? You can buy it. This is my index card from yesterday when I got my hair cut, because that's kind of like going to therapy, and it had a bunch of topics on there, right? Many of you have heard me talk about this before. This came to me from Thaddeus, which was a guy that worked for me like 10 years ago. Love that guy, miss him. But we were on a sales call out in California. He reached into his pocket, pulled out his thing. He's like, oh, here's the address. I'm like, what? Why do you have an index card? And he's like, oh, this is what I do all the time. And he had, just the important information that he would need. And I'm like, well, why don't you just use your phone? He's like, where's your phone? I'm like, in my pocket. He's like, get it out real quick. And so I'm fumbling around. He's like, exactly. I already got mine, right? And this only has it. I don't have to unlock it. I don't have to talk to it. I just have my card. And I'm like, you know what? There's some things that don't need to be upgraded. And index cards is one of those. It's also a conversation starter. I've talked to a couple of you about this, that you could literally write down some topics that you need to talk to somebody about as an icebreaker, and then just slide over like, there's the things I'd like to talk about. Kind of take the sting out of some stuff. Yeah, you can buy a whole pack of these, like over 100 for like literally $1, right? You're welcome. All right. And with that, I think I'm done for the day. Late, you don't need to hear anymore, right? So go Chicago Bears, boo to the Cowboys, use an index card, right? Let's not overcomplicate things. Hands up, peace out, we're better together. Appreciate you stopping by. I'll be back tomorrow on what is tomorrow going to be? It's not a football Friday. I don't know. Well, I'll be back on Friday. Maybe we'll have a freaky Friday. That'll be fun. Deuces. Love you guys. See ya.